What's going on, guys? So, I just wanted to talk a little bit today about creating a high quality circle of friends, especially for men. I mean, in general, but creating like a brotherhood or like a tribe of men, you could say, guys that are really gonna lift you up, hold you accountable, and help you grow. These are the kind of people that you need around. And I'll tell you why, right? Because the majority of people have a lot of people who don't fit that, right? They're like, you can still be nice to people, still be friendly with people, even still like talk to them here and there. I'm not saying that, right? Still be kind to each other, and I mean you can still be friends with them. Maybe not hang out with them the most, but think about this, right? Most people are continuing to hang out with people who are either, they don't have the best mindsets, sort of like crab in the bucket mentality. Like, let's say you tell them like you want to start a business or a YouTube channel, or try getting into whatever, like learning a skill, something, and they're like, oh man, I don't know about that. Like how's your little business going? Really, you're gonna try that? No, I don't think that's gonna work, man. You hear how that sounds? It's all from self-doubt, and it's a mirror reflection of what they think about themselves, and they're projecting that onto you, right? And that shows up in the speech, the way they talk to you. Sort of like a lack of support there, and they might even like mask it as like, oh no man, I'm here for you, like I'm supporting you, man, like you got this. But like sometimes they'll say stuff like that, which just counters it, right? And then I mean the other easy examples are just like, let's say always hanging out with people who drink, smoke, do drugs, blah blah blah, like do just like low level behavior, right? And they're not growing, they're not working on a business. All they do is watch Netflix, like sports, like and I'm not saying like you can't enjoy yourself every once in a while, right? Don't get this wrong. I'm just saying you have to act high level. You have to be high level now. Do high quality behaviors that your future self is in alignment with. So you can just be that person now, and you're going to start seeing the results for it soon. Or now, right? Like definitely sooner than later if you keep doing lower quality behaviors, let's say. So the reason this is all important, I mean, you all heard the saying, I'm sure. If you haven't, you're hearing it now, right? It's you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang out with the most, right? And it just goes along with everything that I just said, right? It doesn't matter who it is, if it's friends, family, relationship, whatever you're around and hearing the most, seeing the most, you're gonna sponge up that kind of person. Like, it makes me think of like, for those of you that get it, like Dragon Ball Z, sometimes the two like strong characters would fuse, right? So they would be stronger, right? But you could fuse and become weaker because you're fusing with all the wrong people. The circle of 5, like if all they're feeding you is, bad behavior, right, and negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, you're gonna stay stuck and you're gonna be like them, right? You're the sum of the 5 people, so adding them up, you'll be pretty close, right? And you actually see that show up in a lot of people's behaviors. Like a really interesting example is with dating, right? Like, for example, sometimes people, kind of like what I mentioned before, like you might think that they want the best for you, and maybe they think that, or they would tell you that, but their actions say otherwise, right? So always watch their actions and not their words, right? And a funny example is like, sometimes you can see, like it happens with guys, it happens with girls too, is like, for example, single people keep each other single, right? Not always. If you have a good friend, they're not going to do that, right? Or a good family member or whoever it is, they're not going to do that. They're going to want you to have that really amazing relationship with a future girlfriend, whatever it is, right? But something you see a lot with like the hookup culture people and like all the short-term relationships is single people keep each other single. Like, oh bro, like they did this one little thing, you break up with them. If it's a serious thing, by all means, step away from the relationship because you want a high quality relationship for yourself, at least in the future when you're ready, right? And I mean, why not be that future person now? I'm just gonna throw that question out there. But you see it all the time, right? Like single people, it's again the crabs in the bucket mentality. They keep each other single. Like, oh no, bro, break up with him. Let's go out to the club. Blah 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 blah. It's just like you're continuing the cycle and experience of short-term relationships rather than long-term. And yeah, just think about that to hold yourself accountable. And a side note to this too is like, if you have good friends, truly good friends, some people don't want to hurt your feelings, but your good friend is going to be brutally honest with you, right? They're going to tell you how it is. Like, hey man, like, I noticed this. Seems like you've been kind of like slacking a little bit here, or like what was that about this behavior you just did? Like, yeah, that wasn't too cool, or man, like you said you were gonna do this, and I haven't really seen you working on that. Like, they're gonna hold you accountable. Like, they're gonna do it with love, right? But they're gonna tell you straight up. That's a real friend, or someone who's like a really good relationship for you. Is if they're gonna still be cool with you and be real with you, so they can help you grow up. And that's the whole point of having, like a brotherhood, a tribe of people who will help you level up and get to that next step. Because you want to just be on this higher frequency, not down here, up here, right? And even I could give an example from my own life, right? It's sort of related to the relationship stuff. Like, I realized that at one point, I was dating a girl for a while. We broke up, and interestingly, 3 of my close friends, one of them was a best friend, not anymore, but 3 of my close friends all went for my ex, right? And that's crazy to say, because I would call this snakes in the grass. So, like, for example, if you have a friend and they go for the girl that you're with, that's a snake, right? Straight up. And both of them, you might just want to drop both of them in terms of a relationship. Like, you might just want to find higher quality people. And that's kind of what happened in that situation, right? I was like, man, like 3 close friends all went for my ex. What does that say about them? And then the ultimate level of accountability, I hope you're ready for this if you've experienced something like this, is what does that say about you? Because you attract what you are. You're a mirror reflection of that. And there's different layers to this, right? I mean, on one end, maybe you don't believe you're worthy of better relationships, which is crazy to say, right? Because you are. Maybe you don't believe you're worthy of it. So, like, the self-worth is low, self-esteem is low, so you're accepting less. That's crazy, right? And then on the other hand, I mean, to be honest with you, man, like, you're the common denominator in each of your relationships, friendships, exes, whatever it is. So maybe there's a reason that you attracted that kind of person into your life, right? Like, maybe there's some things that you need to improve and work on so that you can be that higher self, that best self, bring your future self into now, right? So you just be that high quality person, attract those high quality people, and that way that isn't even something that you have to deal with anymore. You just got awesome friends, awesome family, and an awesome relationship because you're a magnet for high quality abundance. So yeah, Just get that circle taken care of. Find high quality people, and yeah, I mean, just be the best version of yourself today. You got this, man.